Exactly.
All right.
Wow, man.
So we're starting that up. Hey, it happens. You know, we are rushed.
Don't mess with the guests.
So how you doing,
No,
Justin?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Just running home after work and jumping on the computer and trying to figure out how to connect up everything, but I'm here, so.
But look at the bright side. You now know the connections that have to happen to get it to work right. You just need the idiot on the other side of the board to turn it on.
The thing is, it's like I don't do this often enough that I always forget how to do it.
Well, I do it a couple
He
times
does
a
it
week.
twice a week and still didn't push the right button.
It's
I don't feel
so
bad.
confusing.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
That's why I just sit in my chair and drink my coffee and like, tell me when to talk.
Yes. All right. I didn't hear a ding. Did you hear a ding?
No, but we were busy.
We
yakking,
were talking.
So
okay, so
it's
I'm
all
thinking
good.
it's broadcasting, so we're live.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so
I'm sure people will tell us if they don't hear us.
Yes, if you're having issues, folks, let us know.
Yes.
So hey, welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast patron free show. Once I learn how to talk, I haven't had enough coffee.
You haven't had any coffee.
I know that's the problem.
No.
But yes, welcome to the patron pre-show. We are
I'm sure
doing
I could come up with something else.
Yes, we are doing the show before the show, which is basically just getting all the technical issues out of the way.
Yes.
Like, for example, when our guest, the GCDoc, a.k.a. Justin, comes in, and we're telling him, I'm sorry, we can't hear you.
And he's trying to do
it's-
sign language, going,
Sign
yes,
language.
yes.
Yes, no.
We're trying to do that, and I'm like, I don't understand the doohickey and the thingamabobs doing what it's supposed to do, and then I looked down at my board, and
He said, wait a
two
minute.
little buttons didn't get turned on. But on the bright side, I would have figured it out when the iPad didn't work, so that's all right. We would have figured it out eventually. Technical difficulties.
And I'm not allowed to touch anything.
No, you are not.
I just push stuff till it starts working.
Is it?
I just push stuff till it starts working.
Well, it beats a lot of other people who technically just kind of bang on stuff until it starts
I wouldn't
working.
bang on it. That's not
electronics
good.
and hitting does not usually go.
No, that's not good.
Not typical.
Yeah.
So which chat should I be following here?
Actually, all you have to worry about is you can look at the chat. What I would do for your bandwidth, it seems to be coming through just fine. What you can do is just freeze if you're on the GeoSnippits GS Reboot podcast page, just freeze your video so that it's not working, and that'll cut down on the bandwidth. And then the chat room is directly below it.
Got it. Yep.
And that'll work with there. And then Miss Amy, who is going to be very busy tonight, will be also monitoring the chat room as she always does. But we'll also have the question and answer session set up so people can actually click on that.
Which you'll be doing.
And I'll be doing that. And for that, Justin, if you want to see that, as I use the correct mouse for the right monitor.
He's got 2 mice that he plays with over here because
and 3 monitors.
I'm not.
How many monitors? Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not supposed to mess with the mice either.
Yeah, she doesn't. So
I'm literally sitting here doing nothing except messing with my laptop.
Sure.
Playing with the chat room, and we talk about whatever.
Yeah. Now I am picking up a little bit of feedback. Is there an external that might be on? If not, the best thing or what happens, and don't panic.
Yeah.
If you turn down the volume on your headphones a bit, because what happens is the microphone sometimes picks up what's actually coming through your earpieces.
Sure. Is this better?
Yes.
Better.
Yeah, that's better. And then that way we don't get the background stuff with that. But yeah, that's how that fun stuff goes. It's all technical. I don't understand it.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, it's all elfin magic. What?
You're so CDO.
I am not CDO.
CDO?
Yes.
So OCD that you have to alphabetize OCD.
Oh, that is so good. I love it. Never heard that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from this lady.
We all do, I think.
Lots of useless information.
But it's fun. And she all uses it against me. It's great. But if you want to see the ones from the questions and answers from the folks tonight, if you move your cursor all the way to the left, you'll get that black bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then And then I think it's the
Q&A probably.
Q&A is a good one, and that'll actually open up the question and answers. You'll be able to see those as well.
Perfect.
So that will work fine. So I have lost count. You have what, 2 or 3 little ones now?
I have 4.
4.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Holy
6
cow.
and under. 4, 6 and under.
And you still have time to go out and do videos.
Very little time.
Yeah,
When I'm out there, I'm making few videos every time I'm out. So.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it used to be very early morning videos, but now can't wake up that early. Don't sleep at night, so.
Yeah, you got to sleep sometime. That's awesome.
Wow. Yeah, how much sleep do you actually get?
Not much. Maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, maybe.
Yeah, she's terrified of the idea of chillins. I've got a soon-to-be 19-year-old going on 45, and that's enough. But
yeah, I fear for the teenage years.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I think the UPS man is here.
Could be.
Yeah, the dog's about to go through the door.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah. But yeah, she's 19 going, or almost 19 going on 45. So.
Yes.
And ruling the world.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you have coming, by out of curiosity? What are you expecting?
Cards.
Cards?
Yes.
Like birthday or anniversary?
No.
Oh, these are the Jamboree cards that go with your Cincy cards that go with your... You're going to have a collection.
Yeah. So anyway, and I have a 3-year-old, almost 3-year-old nephew, and a almost 1-year-old niece.
Yes.
Wow.
And she comes by and it's like, Andy, I got to babysit the kids tonight. Want to come?
We're helping.
Okay. No problem. I love them. The kids are great. It's just like, okay, she can't handle it. It's like, all right.
No, I can't. Because you got the screaming baby who's hungry, and then the 3-year-old who gets jealous because you're not paying enough attention to him.
Right. Now multiply that with 4 kids.
Yes. Exponential is what it is.
That's exactly it.
God bless you.
God bless my wife. She's the saint.
Yes.
She's the one that's holding him upstairs right now while I'm doing this. So.
Oh my God.
There
may be some interruptions. We don't know. Hopefully not.
Hey, we are a family show, so that's how that works with it.
I'll say, hey, I don't care.
Good stuff. Do you have any questions as far as with tonight? Anything in general? It's a meet and greet for a lack of stuff that we just go through the pretty much see what you get with the show notes, and that's pretty much it. We just kind of go down the line and have a good old time with it. So when we get through the part of actually talking with you, which we'll start going into the cash stash by then, you can hang around if you want to hang around, or if you the kids are going crazy and your wife's about ready to erupt, you can go through and take off at that time if you want. But you're more than welcome to stay after that part. So whatever you'd like to do.
Perfect. We'll play it by ear.
Yeah, because I know how that goes.
The kids are
like, do I smell smoke?
And you're like, you're going to burn the house down, or I'm going to burn the house down. You better get that down here.
It's fine. It's great. Yeah. All right, good stuff. And I'm trying to think of anything else. That's pretty much it. You going to be going to Geo Woodstock this year?
Nope, unfortunately, no.
Oh, man.
But my good friend Joshua will be there.
Yes, he will.
Yeah, you guys will run into him, luckies.
No, actually, out of all the years that we've talked together, this will be the first time we actually met up, so this will be good.
Sure. Oh, that's exciting. It sounds like it's going to be a great Geo Woodstock. I was at last year's. That was my first.
Oh, was it?
A lot of fun.
Yeah, this will be Amy's first one, and it's going to be a riot. We had, I think, a lot of the stuff with all the Civil War and Revolutionary War reenactment stuff that they're going to have there is going to be.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great.
A lot of history. That is great. Do you got any other plans this year?
Well, I was lucky enough to be. Yeah, well, I was lucky enough to be the winner for the Michelin contest.
Right. Oh, that's right.
I got a trip to New York City this fall, so that's what we're looking forward towards.
Woohoo!
Without the kids.
Let me. Oh yeah.
With all of them?
Without.
Ooh, even better.
Yes.
You didn't go for the electric car racing? I don't understand.
I didn't have. I wasn't the deciding factor in that one totally.
Oh, clearly.
It's kind of a thank you to the wife for putting up with all the craziness that this YouTube channel has taken me. So
yes,
she puts up with a lot.
Yeah, well, we actually kind of talked about the same thing. If we would have won, I was already informed of what the prize was going to be.
Electric car racing. I'm like, New York.
Chef, food, come on.
Yeah, food.
Fine. Yeah.
No car racing.
All part of the fun. Yep, good stuff. But yeah, we don't get a lot. We're gonna go to GeoWoodstock and go with that. And to this day,
to Rome, Georgia.
Yeah, we'll be going to Georgia. That was a blast last year. We had a great time.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. We had a good time with that. And so we'll be going to that for a bit, and then I think that's the two biggies for this year. I'm not even sure where the Coin Fest is this year.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember hearing it, but I don't remember where it's at.
Yeah, I have to check it out. If it's close by, like the last time I was at it, it was actually in South Carolina, so it was hop, skip, and jump from us here, so that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, and I wasn't caching when it came through Minnesota, so
right.
Something I think Nebraska for some reason. I don't know why I'm thinking Nebraska, but
there's a trip.
yeah.
Come see the mountains.
And
snow.
Yeah, snow.
Snow.
Oh yeah, they said in Colorado they're going to have a White Mother's Day.
Are they really?
Wow.
Like
is Memphis in the chat room? Yeah.
No,
White Mother's Day. I heard this year that they actually, for the several of the Great Lakes this year, for the first time in history, will not thaw this year.
Wow.
That's cold.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah. Oh, Omaha, Nebraska.
That was right.
In October.
Yeah.
October.
Yeah, because that won't have snow.
Yeah.
That should be interesting. That should be interesting. Holy cow. All right, let me see. We got everything else set up here. That's set up. Then we're recording. It's going good. All right. But how's the weather up in the Great White North?
Right now it's nice. It's very nice. This is caching season right now before the mosquitoes come out.
Right.
April, May is gorgeous to be out geocaching.
Yeah. Now, is Minnesota similar to Michigan, which is where I'm from? The mosquito is the state bird.
Yep, basically.
Yeah. That
was just here.
No.
They're vicious. They're really bad.
Here they've got teeny tiny little buggers that, like my daughter, unfortunately, is very allergic to them. So when she gets bit, she gets bit. Michigan's got these new ones. The last time I went caching up there, got these black and white zebra.
Yep.
Oh,
and those suckers are little buzzsaws.
They hurt. They hurt.
Oh. So yeah, I was not pleased because I ended up doing a swamp one or like a heavy. They got done doing a field way in the back that hadn't been cut in years and just got done raining for like a day and a half, and I didn't even think about it because I came from from here, and I was a giant pillow by the time I got back.
Oh yeah.
No fun whatsoever. But let's see, Minnesota. The other fun thing, how's your tick population? That's the other good thing.
Right now, I haven't seen too many. This next month into June, they'll start getting bad.
Yeah. Yep.
It's all kind of dependent on water too, how much moisture we get.
Yep. Well, you guys had a fairly cold winter, so I'm wondering if that hopefully will slow things down at least a little.
Cold. We definitely didn't get much snow. Very
really?
light on the snow. Yeah. So things are dry.
That's good,
for the most part. Yeah. It's good for the mosquito and tick population, yes.
Exactly.
Good for geocaching.
That's awesome. I love it up there, though. It's pretty. It's gorgeous.
It is.
I'm going to be taking Amy up there. Hopefully, if we work things out, it'll be somewhere around 4th of July, and it's the first time she's ever been up in that neck of the woods. So,
sure.
We'll see what happens. It'll be fun. I'd say it's green, but it's green down here in North Carolina, so it's
green all the time here.
Yeah, we got pine trees. Basically,
pine trees never turn any other color.
No, North Carolina is about mid-Michigan up.
Sure.
Is what it's like. So heavy pine trees and just you always have a color. Unlike the lower half of Michigan, where for 6 months you've got gray. So.
I'm sorry, we're talking football in the chat room.
We're
talking sports.
The real one or the circular one for football?
Football, like the oblong one.
Okay, good. All right.
Pigskin.
And what's the subject for today is football? What are they talking about?
Well, Taz brought up Peyton Manning. Nobody said anything. He said, "Oh, I guess it went over everybody's head." I said, "Well, I love football, just a real team, the Cowboys." And everybody's like, "Ow!" And then they started talking about other teams and stuff.
Yeah.
We're not going to start talking about the Vikings. They were
Lions. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm not even a Vikings fan, and I live in Minnesota, so.
Yeah.
Shows you.
Yeah, we weren't either, so that's good. But actually, the Lions and the Vikings have had a big rivalry forever.
Yeah.
Lions just kind of put on their uniform, walk out on the field, and go,
"Run over us. We'll be fine." It's good. Unless they're playing Dallas.
We'll lay down and go, okay, we tried, and go back to the locker room.
Oh, don't get me started about the fans. Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about stuff, and with the pre-show, if you're new here, by the way, welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Pre-show is the show before the show where we basically just talk about anything that's going on.
That's why we call it pre.
That's why it's a pre-show, and that way we can test all the stuff and make sure stuff is working and doing what it's supposed to do before we actually start the show at 8:30. And so we get into all sorts of colorful subjects like football and ticks. And see, it's a family show, so I can't even do my joke about. I can't do it with Peyton Manning. Anyways, let's go.
No, you can't.
I'll keep it there. Anywho, so yeah, good stuff.
You have to be nice.
I have to be nice, and it's awful. It's a definite restriction. Let's see. Cool things. Show and tell time. We were talking about swag last week, and one of the things my uncle had sent me. Now, my family's up in Michigan. And my yes, believe it or not, I don't have this great Southern accent like you do.
I know.
Yeah, where I can. Never mind. I'm got a lot of friends in here, and they know how to shoot guns.
Yes, they do.
But anyways, he is very heavily into.
They outpopulate the people.
Yes, they do. He is into metal detecting, and he sent. Oh, this is cool. I like this one. He said, "Hey, by the way, can you use tokens and stuff for swag?" And I said, "Yes, tokens make very, very cool swag, and there's very little to any value to them." Weird. And are they weird?
I got a noise in mine. I keep getting.
Does it when you go like this? Go like this.
No.
I wanted to see if it rattled or not. This is, but anyways, he's. I don't know if he's still the president.
See?
He used to be the president of the one of the largest metal detecting clubs in Michigan, and I just saw this very cool token that actually is from Macomb County, where I actually am from. I was born in Macomb County, and so I'm gonna have to keep this one. But he said, "Is tokens good swag?" And I said, "Yeah, kids love these things. These are awesome." And so he sent me a whole box of different tokens with it, and I'm going to go through those later, and they're really cool. And inside there, unbeknownst to me, but beknownst to him, he put a metal detector's geocoin, an unregistered one. And I was like, wow, I didn't even know he knew about geocoin. So he gave me a very cool unregistered geocoin for the Metal Detectors Association that they have up there, which I thought was awesome. Cool stuff. So that's my show and tell for today. Do you get into collecting anything for geocoins there, Justin?
Yeah, I've been, when I go to bigger events, or partake in stuff like Worldwide Flash Mob, I've been buying coins that way. That's about it. I don't have a whole lot, but...
Awesome. Now, you planning anything cool for the Flash Mob this year?
You know what? I cannot. I've done it every year. Well, not every year. Every year since I've been caching, and I can't do one this year. Just the timing. So hopefully I'll be able to attend one, but I can't host one this year.
Yeah, we went to one or two of the past couple of years. Last one definitely we went to, which was a lot of fun. But the one this year we're actually going to do a little different. We had one of our listeners a couple weeks ago tell us about a pillow fight flash mob that they were involved with, which I thought was awesome. What a cool idea. And so we happen to have an abundance. If you look over my left shoulder over here, this orange 2x4 looking thing is actually foam in the shape of a 2x4. And we have about 3,000 of them. I'm thinking we have a ton. We've got probably 15, 20 boxes, and there's almost 200 in each box.
Yeah.
From an old age thing that I did a long time ago called the HeadHardHat Brotherhood.
Which, please don't tell the story.
I will not tell the story. But the cool thing about it is they're called thwackers. And actually, if you look close enough on, you can't see with the resolution, but it actually says the thwacker on it. And the idea behind it was that you give it to the significant other, so when they want to hit you with something, they'd much rather get hit with foam than an actual 2x4. That's what it was used for. So anyways, we thought, what a cool idea if we had a thwack attack. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 boxes worth of these things to the WWFM 12 flash mob and have them have a thwack attack and go that way. So that's going to be ours this year.
Sweet.
So that's going to be fun. But yeah, lots of fun with it. I enjoyed it. It's good stuff. All right, we got about 4 minutes, folks, before we start up the show. If you have any questions for Justin,
there is one question.
Yes.
I don't know that it's necessarily for Justin.
Okay.
If he knows the answer,
all right.
Feel free. Is there any plans for a new geocaching souvenir this summer? Does anybody know the answer?
A new souvenir?
Yeah.
Like the 31 Days of August kind of souvenir?
I guess.
Okay, that's the new thing that you're actually going to be talking about tonight.
Perfect.
See how he does this?
He never attends the meetings when we have them, and then
that's because you don't have them.
Details.
If you had them, I may attend them.
It's in the show notes.
Did you share?
It's called ESP, right? ESP.
Yeah. Extra sexy people, absolutely.
Or that too, yeah.
Yeah. So it's very cool, and it's in the show notes.
Did you share the show notes with me?
In the sense that they were there.
In the sense that you didn't share them?
Probably. Maybe. Kinda.
Yes,
Sorta.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Details. What can I say?
Yes. So I just show up, and that's literally on Thursday night is when I find out what the show is about.
It's awesome.
Yes.
You get that true reaction from her.
If I say, "Oh wow," that is literally that's a first expression.
Yeah. Or if you get that
and
look
I'm beeping in my ear again.
Okay, if you go like this.
Stop being mean.
If the yeah, let me do this. I think that's your phone that's doing that, because I'm getting a little bit of beeping too, but I think is your phone over there?
It was in my pocket.
That might have something to do with it.
I'm going to put it over there.
Okay, there you go. Technical difficulties. What can I say, folks? This is what happens when you do a live show with your spouse. It's a lot of fun, and there's an element of danger. It makes it interesting. Because you never know. It's like when wild animals attack. You just never know.
Keeps you on feet. I like it. Yes.
It's good. It really is.
Mm.
Exactly. So that's part of the fun.
Yes, and my sister-in-law loves it.
Yes, actually, a lot of people do.
Shout out to Linda. She's gonna love that. Oh, and hey to Danny, because I know she's gonna watch too.
Okay. All All right, we got about 2 minutes, and we will. It's like, okay, let's kind of move this along here.
Hey, dude, you're the one running it.
Let's
move it along, buddy.
Something about the inmates taking over. I'm just saying. So other than that, yeah, just a lot of good stuff going on.
We can take over. We can go this however you want to.
I was. You're going to take me down hard is what you're going to say?
The bigger they are, that's all I'm saying.
Never mess with somebody from the South. I'm just saying.
Whenever I get mad and I start having a thicker Southern accent, he says, honey, you get your Southern up.
Yeah. And then I say, put down the gun. It's the same thing.
We don't have guns. We do not have a gun.
I'm just saying. Actually, I was kind of happy that we were able to do the show tonight because just off the coast is soon to be, I think it's Anna. Is going to be the first tropical storm.
That's not bad.
That is spiraling, and we're supposed to get hit. And actually, they were first talking.
That's not bad.
They were first talking about it coming through today. And now I think it's been pushed off until Saturday.
I want opinions from my Southern peeps in the chat room.
Your Southern peeps?
My Southern peeps.
Okay.
Tell me how bad a tropical storm is.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's how it is. If you, and Justin, I don't know if you've ever been down past the Mason-Dixon line, but
here we go.
Basically what happens is you can have a Cat 5 hurricane off the East Coast, and we are about 2 hours from the coast. So it takes almost nothing for a hurricane to wiggle over to it. You can have a Cat 5 hurricane off the East Coast, and they're like, oh, it's just a bunch of rain. Don't worry about it.
It's just a bunch of rain.
It's just going to rain. You get a snowflake, and then the hoarding begins. It's unbelievable.
It's not a snowflake.
Yes, they have snowflake alerts.
Oh, my Lord.
WRAO, which is the major news channel here in Raleigh, North Carolina, has at certain times of the year snowflake alerts. So if you spot a snowflake, you report it to the news. Just saying.
Wow.
Oh, look at the time. Yeah. 8:31, folks. I think it's about time to start.
Are my lips disappearing yet?
Yeah, but they're sexy. I'm just saying. All right. Okay, folks, I think we're ready.
Don't make me get my Southern up.
All right. We hope you enjoyed the pre-show. And if you hear a loud bang during the transition,
no, this is awesome. I would love to come.
We are relaxed when we talk. But yeah, if you hear a loud bang in the transition, that's just her hitting me with something, and I don't think it's going to be a thwacker.
I don't have a thwacker with me.
Exactly.
I've done it.
8:30, folks. Sit back, relax, get your favorite libation, your favorite snack.
See, the snow is the devil.
Here we go. The GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast is going to be coming at you. Hopefully, when I push this little button right about here. Ow! Well, hello. I can't even do that right. See what you did to me? Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. I'm your host, Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and I'm here with the DeWonderful, the DeWitty, the DeRight-handed wife, Amy. How you doing, darling?
I'm fine.
That's awesome.
How are you?
I'm fine. You gonna say hi to the nice people? Is that a rhetorical question that you're about to say?
I don't know.
Okay.
Is that rhetorical?
It could be. If you don't want to say hi, that's fine.
Hi.
Okay, that's good. Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. He
doesn't ever ask me to do that, so I wasn't really sure what to do with that.
That's how it goes.
Okay.
See, it is not in the script, so that is how. No. Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. We're doing a little bit abstract tonight. Is that what that is? Alrighty.
A beating.
That's good. That's fine with there. It is May 7th, 2015, and this is the person who just about has her master's in collaborative thinking of people in conflict. Just saying.
Yeah, but they're not my husband. That's a whole different ballgame, baby.
Only some of that would rub off. I'm going to get through this if it kills me. It is May 7th, 2015.
Yes,
the next hour or so, both Coast Amy, the HeadHardHatress, and I'll bring you some interesting information and tidbits about the game, the sport, yes, the obsession. Holy God, it's going to be one of those shows known as geocaching. So, yeah, hey, we have a special guest on tonight, and I am pretty sure he's wondering why he's here now.
And he might ever come back.
Never come back. I
can do this stuff to Dave because he's used to it, but I really should be nicer to guests, shouldn't I?
Yes, the one, the only, the GCDoc.
Oh,
hey, Justin, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, guys. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm a long-time listener.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I don't get to be.
Still came on.
I know, right?
Yeah, and I still decided to come on.
That's awesome. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We really, more than you know.
Yeah,
I need a little more testosterone here. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he really needs the help.
Thanks. So anyway,
estrogen's a poison, from what I hear. So
I'm telling you, man, it's sometimes it has its moments, and other times, not so much. So yeah, good stuff. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for being on. This is the first time I think you've ever been on the show, and we are so glad you are here. We got a lot of good stuff, and of course we're going to be talking to Justin about him as a geocacher, and then getting into his geocaching videos there on YouTube, and all the different fun things that he does because he brings the whole family along, and we got into a lot of really good discussion as to your style, sir. Of how you make your videos and how entertaining they are. So we're going to be talking to him all about that, but we got a few things that we need to go through here real quick. Let's see. Banter-wise, this week we went through, I had a couple of lunchtime geocaches, not really a whole lot.
But your big thing is...
I'm going to leave that right there.
No! The second thing.
I'm going to read the words.
Dude! What's wrong with you?
The big thing is indeed that I finally made level 8 in Ingress.
Yay.
So I was...
I'm sorry. Was I supposed to be more excited about that?
You were actually really excited to the point where you just kind of petered off and stopped doing it. And it's like, I don't want to do it anymore. Okay. So my goal was, because I never thought... that I would get up to level 8, and here I did it, and now I'm going to probably go because I've been really wanting to do geocaching more now.
He's going to do the peanut and go
yeah. So I'm sorry, we're channeling Dunham.com. So yeah, that's how that goes. So level 8 was really cool, and I can blow things up, and it's a lot of fun. But to be honest with you, I really want to get back into some heavy geocaching because.
That takes you to pretty places.
Yeah, you do a lot of stuff.
Ingress does not. You don't even have to get out of your car. You can just drive.
Yeah, I know. It does. It does really
is kind of.
It is an alternate thing to do, and it's like many of the other type of games, aka Munzie or some of the other games that you can do with it. It's kind of fun to kind of veer off for a little bit and try it.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
And there's things you can do with that you can't do with other stuff, but.
Yeah. So it's one of those things, and it was fun, but it's time to get back and get serious and do stuff. Speaking about seriousness with geocaching and taking on new adventures, you've got a cool thing here from Groundspeak.com.
I'm up now. Yeah.
Yep.
This apparently is straight from Geocaching.com headquarters, going on a geocaching journey to celebrate 15 years of geocaching. You'll have the opportunity to complete 5 geocaching quests, each of which you will earn a special souvenir for your geocaching profile. Complete all 5 and you'll earn a 6th extra special souvenir. And this goes back to the question earlier.
Yes.
June 19th through the September 2nd, find a geocache with 10 or more favorite points. Mm-hmm. July 3rd through September 2nd, attend an event, mega event, or a giga event.
Right.
July 17th through September 2nd, find a T5 or D5 geocache. July 31st through September 2nd, find an earth cache or attend a CETO. August 14th through September 2nd, find a mystery cache.
Absolutely. And I kind of like this a little bit better. One of the things
I do too.
Over the past couple of years, I'm glad they're trying. I'm really glad that Groundspeak is doing different things to get people interested in different aspects of geocaching, and we absolutely love that. But one of the things with how they do it is either they give you almost no time to prepare so that you can try to accomplish said souvenirs, or the amount of time to actually do the accomplishment is very restricted. Even with the 31 days of geocaching, we had a ball doing it, but that was quite a streak to try to go through, and by the time you get towards the end of it, it was like, oh, this is almost like work. This one, they spread it out over 3 months. You've got till September 2nd for any of the challenges, and it's just a starting point for each day or each challenge that you want to do that you can actually go for it. So it actually does give you a pretty good spread there to go out and start planning, and the idea is to go out and get an adventure. Go out and do a trip. Don't just do the local stuff. Go out and have some fun and plan your trip for that, and then get whatever it takes to accomplish to get the souvenir. Let's face it, to find a T5 or a D5 may give you a little bit of planning depending on how you do your geocaching style. So I think it's going to be great, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. I like this a lot better than the 31 days was fine, but after a while it almost became like a job.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I've already got one. But this seems a lot better.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to look into that much, Justin?
Yeah, just very briefly, and I agree with you totally, because I did like the 31 days. By the end of it, I did a video every day too, which I got so sick of filming park and grabs at the end of it. But I like this a lot better. It's way user-friendly for people. Not only that, but gives you the opportunity to do it at your leisure. And also, I just found out, I just signed up for it today, that somewhere in the geocaching website you can sign up for a co-pilot or a pilot, and what it is it sends you an email when the new challenges come out, or whatever you want to call them, quests. Yeah. So I signed up for that right away, so it can remind me when I need to go do the next souvenir. I like it.
Yeah, because everybody's notification set now anyways, so it's almost like a trigger device to get them to do stuff. And yeah, it's awesome. Just to give you that little extra. Hey, by the way, let's go do this. So let's plan it out.
Yeah, you got me to sign up for that too.
Yeah, matter of fact, on the 31 days of geocaching, we actually got married.
That's
on
right.
one of those days and did that. So and videoed it. So that was day 2, August 2nd. All right. Hey, I remembered. Brownie point.
Only because I said day 2.
All right, I'm just working on it. Hey, give me a crumb here, wouldn't you? I just said thank you. I will take what I can get. All right, so you may say to yourself, hey, this is a lot of fun. They got a lot of cool people coming on the show. They got interesting discussions. It may not even have to do with geocaching. They've got cool things to talk about. How can we get in touch with Amy and Andy and find out how they do their stuff and tell them about our adventures and, just overall, how do you get in touch with their website now? It's very simple. To watch the live feed and join us in the chat room by going to www.geosnippits.com on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have our social media links, including for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Every time we do a podcast, every time we do a vlog, every time we do a GeoSnippits video, that all can go right into your subscription box if you're subscribed to us. And you don't have to go searching for it. It'll be right there waiting for you. We got a lot of stuff coming up with WWFM 12. We've got the Geo Woodstock coming up. Boy, I can't believe it's only a couple weeks away. And we will be off on our way to Maryland in Delmarva. Wonderful stuff. It's really great. There's New England right there. And I know New England's actually a state because they have a football team. I'm just saying. Anyways, we're going to be heading up into that part of the country, and we're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff for you fine folks for that.
Actually, you know that New England is further up.
Yeah, it is. It's right up there in Delmarva. I'm just saying. I got her trapped. I love it. I'll talk to her later about it. Anyway,
He is very confused.
Yes. Finally, we have our voicemail lines where you can call in your comments, your questions, your suggestions by calling 919-341-9519, or you don't even have to do that. You can go right over to GeoSnippits.com, and on the right-hand side of the screen is our Send Voicemail tab. Click onto there, and if you've got a smartphone, a tablet, your laptop, a computer with a microphone, you get up to 3 minutes to tell us anything that you would like. And we will, when you do that, we will deem worthy and put it onto the show for you. And it's a lot of fun. It's a great way for you guys to communicate with us, and we get to find out what you like, dislike, or want to talk about with the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Cool thing is, it's free. Be sure that you give it a try. And speaking of viewer feedback,
I like free.
Free is awesome for a lot of people.
Free is my favorite price.
Good stuff. We actually have some viewer feedback this week, Miss Amy, if you'd like to talk about that.
Yes. Is I'm not sure, is this the person?
That is the person.
Okay, from Great Call. It says, I spotted this on reddit.com. The cache owner said sign is new and 25 feet before his cache.
Keep going.
Okay. That just didn't sound right to me.
You'll know in a second.
Okay. Seems like parks don't like geotrails due to destruction of nature and erosion concerns.
Yep. And it's cheers from...
Wade.
Absolutely. Now, we'll have a link in our show notes for this.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not reading that.
Basically, what Great Call sent to us was a picture that they had that was just in front of a geocache that was placed in a park. And it says right here, basically, no access. Please note that this is not a trail. Such use of any visitors is prohibited. Basically, what happened is where the geocache was placed in the park actually caused a muggle trail. And if you've ever heard of this before, what happens is if you go looking for a geocache because you're on a trail and you see that the geocache is off the beaten path, you look at your GPS unit and you go, okay, I'm going to veer off here and I'm going to start heading for the geocache. Where you step starts a little trail. Then the next geocacher comes by and they step on that area. And the next one goes there and there and there. Next thing you know, you've got this indent in the wildlife of a trail. And it's what we refer to as a muggle trail. Some parks are very, very territorial and should be of the different types of areas. Some areas are what you would consider sensitive, and you don't want people stamping around in these areas because there might be endangered flowers or some type of wildlife there or something like that. You just don't want a bunch of people stamping through, even though it's part of the park. So a lot of times that's why it's so important to get permission from the parks or any landowner before you place your geocache, because a lot of times a park will say, we don't want you to put it here, and this is why, because we have sensitive stuff here, but we want you can put it over in this area. It's not as sensitive, and you can put it there, and we don't mind if people walk through that way. So always get permission before you put a geocache, just for that very reason. So thank you very much for a Great Call for sending us that information. And yes, there are parks and landowners that really do have some things they don't want you tearing up. So good stuff. All right. Also, for our GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Geocaching Poll of the Week, we've got a live poll. Each week we put something out different, and we put it in Google+. And we have been getting, the responses have been overwhelming. They've been awesome. The one that we have out this week was, what geocaching logging utensil do you use on a regular basis? I don't think this is too much of a surprise. Out of about 100 votes here, let's see if what we've got here. Out of 100 votes, of course, 55% came up with your standard ink pen. That wasn't really that much of a surprise, but what I wanted to find out was after that. What are people using besides ink pens when it goes through here? And this did surprise me a bit. The next highest up was a stamp, which was 15%. Now, Justin, you had a really cool video out. Matter of fact, I contacted the company after I saw your video because I thought they were cool. for a customized stamp that you can use for geocaching. And I can't remember the company off the top of my head. I literally contacted them yesterday.
It's Jessica Lynn Original.
That's it.
Yep, and she contacted me and sent me a stamp, and I liked it, and it was customized, which is really cool because you can do whatever you want with them. And yeah, I used the stamp, but I was going to say also I did the poll, and I used the space pen, and you know why I use the space pen? Because of the cache crate.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Advance.
Come out with that; those are awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that I really wanted to find out with that, because space pens came in at 14%. Space pens are awesome because you can write with them in any direction. You can basically almost run right in them underwater, so moisture isn't as much of a factor, and they're just a very durable pen. So yeah, those are awesome. Pencils came in at 11%, and markers, which I thought would be a lot more than that, at a mere 4%.
It never occurred to me that people would use a marker.
Well, a lot of times Well, a lot of times, and it almost doesn't even matter. Sometimes you get logs that tend to be pretty much goo. You can put your X a little easier with a marker. And go
that's
that
true
way.
too. That's true.
So some kind of marking is done with that.
I guess.
But I know a lot of people that use a little bit of everything. But that after ink pen, that's what the part that I was very curious with.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to check out the stamps. And the one thing that people I did notice that talked about it is, well, you can stamp it, it's cool, but you're still not technically signing the log. I don't want to get into that part of it, but the idea is you can actually custom make the stamp to say what you want with it and still have a line there where you can put your initials or sign your first name or whatever you want with that. So you can make it kind of a co-stamp sign thing.
I kind of want a stamp.
Yeah, you didn't see it in the meeting. We'll talk more about that.
A meeting that you didn't have.
Yeah, well, that's besides the point. Anyways.
That he never has.
Well, it's not like it's uncommon. Everybody in here knows this in the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast universe. I like things to be a surprise for you, my love.
Clearly.
As she looks at me. Anyways, in the show notes, we'll have a link so that you can go and put your viewpoints in as well, because there is a comment section about your favorite writing utensil and whys. And also, you can hook me up as into your circles for Google+, so that anytime a poll comes out, you'll be able to get involved with that as well. So we do that each week for the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Geocaching Poll of the Week. All right, a lot of stuff already. Time to move on. Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by Cache-Advance.com for all your geocaching needs. Cache-Advance.com, go find it.
And also by CoinsAndPins.com, the best place to get custom coins, geocoins, lapel pins, and patches made. Go through our GeoSnippets links and use the promo code HeadHardHat for a 10% discount. And FYI for our listeners, you can sign up for their newsletter to get notified of when new coins and patches are available for sale.
Absolutely. And we do want to do a special note out to our friends in the GeoSnippets universe. Last week, a bunch of you wanted to get into some of the stuff from CoinsAndPins.com and tried using the HeadHardHat code word, and it didn't work. And I contacted Aaron immediately, and he rectified it, so you should have no problem as far as using HeadHardHat to get your discount. Just a little oversight on their part. All right, let's move on. Yeehaw! Yep. Talking geocaching with the GCDoc, GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, episode 112. Yes, we have a special guest, Justin, a.k.a. the GCDoc, here with us. Justin, thank you so much for being here on the show. We have loved having you here for the past hour, even though you might be sitting there going, I have no idea why I got into this.
No, thank you again. No, this is fun. I love doing this kind of stuff, and I was thrilled to hear when you invited me a couple weeks ago. So thanks.
Absolutely. We love having you on, and it just gives people a really cool chance to get kind of a one-on-one with you, since we're doing the show live. And for all the folks that are watching the show live right now with us, you have two ways of asking Justin questions. You can go through and use our standard via our chat room, which the delightful, the wonderful, the incredibly beautiful wife Amy is standing by and watching that. And we also have, if you're watching the YouTube video feed, where you can click on the bottom and you can get into our question and answer section, and that will also show up as well. So if you've got questions for Justin, by all means, ask away, and we will try to get those in for you as we do the show. All right, Justin, just for starters here, for the people that may not know who you are, those two or three individuals, why don't you tell them about your geocaching exploits and how long you've been in and where you're at that way with some of your stats.
Sure.
One of the ones?
Yeah, this is my mini-me. It's my oldest son, Brecken.
Hi, Brecken.
Hi. I've been geocaching since August of 2011. My stats right now, I think I'm really close to 1,000. 985 finds. So I need to get on that and go find some more. Otherwise, hides. I'm really big into hiding. I have 36 hides right now, and soon to be more. I've been doing the vlogging for just went through over my 3-year anniversary. So
wow, has it been that long already? Holy cow.
It has been. I couldn't believe that when I saw that come through. 200 videos too, so it's amazing.
Yep. That is awesome. So with all your geocaching exploits, where are you located as far as where you've done most of your geocaching at?
Oh, as far as where I live?
Yeah.
Minnesota. So,
awesome.
Yeah, Twin Cities.
Excellent stuff. Now, me being from Michigan, I understand the terrain, so that's always a good thing. It's a little different down here in North Kakalaki with wife Amy, but it is beautiful country up there. It is really pretty.
Lakes country, lots of lakes, obviously. 10,000 lakes plus.
Good, awesome. So, what kind of favorite things do you do as far as geocaching in general, besides videoing it?
Like I said, I really like to hide caches. I try to make very creative caches. I think out of the 36 caches I have about 500 favorite points, which is quite a bit. Not even close to, if you think about the West WV Tim and his Gadget Cast series, he has a ton of favorite points. But that's kind of what I really focus on with my caching. Otherwise, my videos are kind of my adventures with my kids and family and the crazy stuff we get into geocaching with kids.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that I found very, very endearing about the vlogs that you do. Now, what got you into actually doing geocaching videos?
Well, early on when I first started caching, like a good millennial, was Googling everything, and actually I found your videos, your intro videos, and I watched those, and I found geocache spoilers, and then I found Joshua's channel, and it wasn't, a few months into caching, I decided, realized that Josh lived really close to me, in fact 2 miles away. That's how we met. We met through YouTube, which is just ironic. But I'm not sure what enticed me to start making videos, but I knew I wanted to add some content out there, and it's been a crazy ride ever since.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, it's definitely the difference in styles of the main people that put out videos on YouTube. For me personally, I've always been on the tutorial side of things. Joshua, hello, Joshua. I can't wait to meet him at GeoWoodstack. This is great. Out of all the times that we have talked together and done things, we have never actually met. So I'm very much looking forward to see him when he's out at GeoWoodstack this year. But anyways, he has his own style when it comes to geocaching. Oh,
he is all over the place and very extroverted and very out there.
I think he's on drugs.
He is awesome.
Nobody should have that much energy.
Oh, he's great. He is great.
Yeah, he put him on spot. He gets a camera in his hand. He is right there. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely gets into the channeling Robin Williams like other people I know. He's just a bundle of energy.
Who could you possibly be referring to?
I have no idea. But he's just awesome when it comes to stuff like that. He has a definite formula that works. Mm-hmm. He's extremely talented, very creative, and he has his niche for that.
Yes.
I think that YouTube would blow up if he had more than one person with that kind of personality doing videos. I'm just so it's awesome that you have found yours. What actually kicked you into actually doing the videos themselves?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. Well, originally my idea for the channel was to do more how-to videos, like how to make caches, and then I realized how much work actually would go into making a new cache every week, every 2 weeks, and realized that people wanted to see me geocaching, and then when I introduced the family more, they wanted to see the kids and all the stuff that goes into it. And in fact, I have plans. I'm going to make a video. It's going to be unedited, and it's going to be the true life of geocaching with kids, because it's always me saying, get over here. Nope, don't go do that. Nope, get out of the water.
And people will love that.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That is awesome, because and you're absolutely right. The kids are adorable.
Yes.
It's you can't pay for that kind of talent to show up in a video.
Can't. No.
And the unexpected things that happens with kids, that's just how it is. It's a riot.
Yes.
And every one of the videos that I've seen with you that you do have the kids involved, which is pretty much all of them. The looks on their faces and the expressions as they go through stuff is just priceless. It's absolutely priceless.
Okay, now I have two things here.
Go for it.
Okay.
All right. One, I got to tell you that I waited for your daughter to hit you in the head with the
grabber.
The grabber. But you had it extended, and she was grabbing it, and it was going around in the air, and I'm like, she is just gonna nail it in a second.
Yeah.
Tell a little bit of that.
You kept looking, and I'm like, she's gonna nail him. It's gonna happen any second.
Tell the folks a little bit about that one, if you would, Justin.
Was that the reach pull one? The reach pull that I did it, the how-to? I don't recall if I got hit or not. It was pretty close, though.
You didn't, but I kept.
It came down. Yeah, actually, that's right. It hit my camera, actually.
Yes.
She timed it right and aimed and hit right in my camera lens, and you can actually hear it clunk.
Yeah, and I busted out laughing. I was like, poor camera, but that is funny right there.
Yeah, like you said, Andy, you point the camera at them, and luckily I have very animated kids. They just take off and do whatever they need to do, and I just edit it, basically. I chop off everything I don't need, and
and there you go. You got
there's the video.
It's funny.
That is awesome. Do you ever have? Go ahead. You had number 2.
Yep, number 2.
Oh, sorry.
I have to ask about Doctor Who.
Where it's at right now? What's going on with it?
The chat room's a buzzing. So
I see that. Yes, and for people that don't know, I had an idea to make a cache. I had an opportunity based around a TARDIS, which is the Doctor Who time machine. There's a little free library in my town, and it's a TARDIS. And I had the idea to put a cache in there. Realizing what I wanted to do was way too expensive, I reached out and did a Kickstarter. And I was able to fund well above what I asked for. And that's what I'm working on right now. And it really should be done. I want it hid before June, so I have like 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And it's really close. I just got to finalize some things and get it hid. And it's going to be, I'm hoping it's going to be one of those caches that you travel for. It's on someone's private property. I have permission, obviously, to do that. And my concern is maybe your viewers and listeners can help me out with this. I'm really debating on if I want to do a premium cache or not. You have to be a premium member to find it, because I'm concerned about vandalism. If we get people that just found the app and go to the cache and possibly destroy it. So
worked very hard.
That's what I'm debating on. Yeah, very hard, and a lot of money, which wasn't my money, and I don't want it to make a bad image for what I did and all the people that helped donate. So
Yeah, now one of the things that we have seen, we've been to West Virginia for some of WV Tim's gadget caches, and we plan on going back. Matter of fact, you're about far enough to throw a rock and hit that area when you go up to Geo Woodstock 13. When we went to the premiere of one of his trails kicking off, there were actually a couple of them that day broke down that soon. So it's literally one of those things where if it's not extra heavy duty, make it extra heavy duty because people are going to end up using it. Now, this happened to have quite a few people at one time going after them. But you know what? It's an excellent question. And whether it should be premium only, that's something we can bring up on a debate and bring that up, and maybe we'll have you on the show coming up again and see what people have with it. Matter of fact, you know what? We'll make it into a goal. We'll put it on as a poll next week and have that.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
That would be awesome. So look for our poll next week for this particular question. I think it's awesome because let's face it, people that it doesn't matter if you're premium or not. Sometimes people just try to force their way into a cache, and the question of whether premium is a factor and how much of a factor is a great question. So we'll see what happens and we'll definitely let you know what the results are on that as well, and we'll bring it up on a discussion.
They also want to know if it's going to be bigger on the inside.
Man, I would love for it to be bigger because right now. It's going to be, there's a container, but then everything's going to be inside the log and everything, and I'd love it to be able to fit a ton of stuff, but
yeah,
I'll get the doctor on that, not me, someone else.
That's what you're going to do. That's awesome.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, that's definitely everybody in the chat room
I'm
was talking
so
about
asking him about this.
That is cool. That's great stuff.
So yeah, I'll be making a video when I hide it, for sure.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, we look forward to it. And again, when we're up in that way, I'd love to come by and see something like that.
Absolutely.
That would be great. All right, getting back to your videos, some of the things that we're starting to get questions from people as well is, for example, when you're doing your videos, what type of Memphis Mafia asks, what type of equipment do you use when you shoot your videos?
Okay, good question. I have a super zoom camera. It's very similar to DSLR. Just has a really big one solid lens on it that you can't take off. It is a Panasonic, let me think here, Lumix DMC FZ200. Wow. And I bought it because of the lens. It's a very, very professional lens, and I can get some good shots with it. Not only that, but it records in a really high quality film. That doesn't always show up on YouTube because you are limited when you compress the videos. But anyways, besides that, I do have an external mic, or kind of a shotgun mic they call them, that I have mounted on top of the camera because oftentimes I see a question there, what about the wind and stuff? Yeah. Oftentimes the wind will affect it. So I have that, and my wife actually, if you're into the photo kind of world, they call it a dead cat. Yeah. It's just a windproof microphone basically, and she made one for me out of an old stuffed animal. Don't tell the kids.
Floppy, no.
Yeah. So that's my major stuff that I go out with, basically.
Yeah, because wind will tear up a video more than anything.
Yeah.
And it's definitely something that when you make a video like that, you need the better quality, and whatever can muffle out that wind is awesome.
Apparently, old stuffed animals doesn't.
Exactly. It's a cheap fix.
Well, whatever works with that. Have you ever been out as far as you're out doing your videoing and the inclement weather comes in? Do you have any safeguards for that?
I should. I don't.
So I guess that's a no.
It's a no. The camera does take a wear and tear. When I first bought it, I kind of convinced my wife that it was a camera for the family. Yeah. With ulterior motives, obviously, that it's going to be my geocaching camera. So it was cheap enough. It was cheap enough on the end that it could take some wear and tear.
That's it, and they will too. I mean, depending on where you take it and what goes on, and whether it gets hit by a 12-foot pole or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have dropped it in the mud before. That was another one.
Yeah, that'll mess up your f-stop speed a little bit.
Yep.
That is awesome. So when you go through for this, what do you come up with your ideas for what you want to talk about? Is it something that just happens and it sounds like that's a good subject, or do you come up with a game plan?
Usually I would say majority of the time, maybe 80% of the time, I know what I want to showcase in the video. I know what kind of cache I'm going to go for. Other times it's just whatever happens and you make a story around it, trying to find kind of a theme. You know, any good story has an intro and then a climactic point and then the ending. It's usually, again, revolved around the kids. Like I had a recent one where they were dressed up as Spider-Man, and that was kind of and that was a fun video. But yeah, I mean, you just got to find a quick thing to kind of catch people's eye on YouTube and make a good thumbnail about it, and then, of course, it has to have some geocaching in it. So
it helps.
Yes, it does.
Now, when are you into any of the situations where you've got this idea of what you want to go and the kids just don't want to cooperate?
Oh yeah, all the time.
So
all the time. Yes, bribery works really well. Most of them, they all know now that they kind of let Dad do what he needs to do, and we'll still have fun. But yeah, there's a lot of situations. I have a lot of unedited film or video, I should say, that never got published because it's just chaos. Carrying two kids, dragging the other one.
Like you said, that's the unedited part that the people want to see. They want to see this.
Yeah.
That will be coming out. I want to definitely want to make that.
Daddy, carry me. I'm tired.
Yeah. That's awesome. Should do a whole bloopers reel and just kind of.
Yeah. I used to use little bloopers in my videos. I haven't for a while, but there's a lot that I throw on the editing floor that is just very funny and it's hard to delete. But
yeah.
Got to keep it concise.
Yeah, that is something. So, what other kind of plans do you have coming up for the year? Do you got things that you're thinking up or scheduling out?
The big thing is right now the Doctor Who cache. Obviously, getting that done and getting that hid, and then the summer is kind of up in the air right now. I don't have anything huge planned, and then this fall trip out to New York City on when I won the Michelin.
Yes,
Geocaching Quest.
I'm going to talk about that for a second because
sure.
they love us and they definitely we couldn't bribe them for the New York. I heard somebody really wanted the New York trip. They must have given it to me. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, on my end, I mean, yeah, my wife wanted the New York trip, and it was really close race. I was very surprised. I never thought I was going to win at first, but when I saw mine were chosen, I'm like, that's it. I got to use all my social media power and blow this out of the water, and I did. And afterwards, I was so exhausted. I don't think I turned on Twitter or anything for like a week after that, but it worked, and I won by like 90 votes, which isn't a lot, I didn't think. And I'm excited for the trip.
Yeah.
It worked.
It worked.
I worked. Oh my gosh.
Get a trip out to New York and gourmet chef and what other goodies was it with that?
Well, it's airfare, 2-night stay, and then there's a Michelin gala they do every year for the Michelin stars for restaurants, for high-end restaurants, and they hold this gala that have all these world-renowned chefs there making something for the guests, and you just basically walk around and sample and mingle, and I'm not sure who's all going to be there, but we're blown away at this opportunity, my wife and I. I don't think we'd ever make it out to New York City otherwise, so we're going to have a whole fun time out there. We'll spend some days beyond the event or gala, and we're going to do some geocaching in Central Park and all around New York City, and hopefully get out to Boston for a couple days too. So
that's awesome.
Well, if you get a chance, just have the Michelin man sign it to "Thanks, Andy." and just send it out to me. I'd appreciate it.
All right.
I have to ask because we were talking about this to the entire project for Michelin and geocaching.com. What do you do with $1,000 worth of tires?
I still have that certificate. I've never spent that much money on tires before,
our address.
Let me know how we could sort that out.
Because it's like, wow.
I'd be happy to help.
I mean, it's like, okay, do you got 4 cars that you can order for, or do you get like monster truck tires for your car and go with that? Whatever works.
We don't have a car that has $1,000 worth of tires on it.
Exactly. Our issue as well. So we might help someone out and give them some tires, but not sure yet.
Oh, that's awesome, though. Well, congratulations.
Yeah,
for that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Great.
That's great.
Now, do you have any ambitions? I know this year they've already got the entries in for the geocaching videos. But got any plans coming up for next year for that?
Is this for the International Film Festival?
Yeah.
As of right now, I didn't. Joshua and we did it in the past. We have not done anything for that because it's just, again, it's a timing thing. It took us a long time when we did the first year. If they continue to do that, I know they're not doing Block Party next year. If they continue to do the International Film Festival, I know Josh and I have a great idea that we will someday come together and work on possibly. So.
Oh, awesome. No, that sounds good because you guys did such a great job with that. It's just, I still see pictures of Joshua in midair with the baseball bat going for the LPC. This is pure magic.
Well, there's another opportunity or an example of Joshua. You just basically point a camera at him. We had an idea and we just started filming, and then I would say I was able to contribute more on my editing skills and kind of get that just seam line, and it was a lot of fun to do. Hundreds and hundreds of hours spent into that one. Unreal, the amount of time we spent on that.
I can believe it. Now, I didn't get a chance to actually, we're going to probably have Joshua on in the next month or so.
I'm going to need some time off for that one.
Oh, are you?
Try to.
Okay.
I'm going to need a nap.
Yes.
When I'm with him, you just got to drink more coffee. It's basically what it comes down to.
There you go.
Right, fair enough.
I mean, that's my trick.
I have to ask, when you did the scene with the Tupperware, and he's just pouring this stuff into the cartonet, did you guys actually get permission to do that, to let him know you were filming?
Nope. We didn't even.
That's awesome.
This was the big concern too, because when we were going to do this, we had the idea, and we're like, it's a store down here, and we were like, I'm like, Josh, should we ask? He's like, no, they won't let us anyways. So let's just.
They're not going to say yes, so let's just do it.
No, they're not going to say yes. Let's just do it.
Rather than permission. I love it.
My motto.
We did put everything away right where we're supposed to be, but it was unreal that people were walking around us looking at him like, what in the world is he doing? And I'm here with a camera, holding a camera. You know, you get used to it. As you guys know, the more you do, the more you hold the camera and talk to it and walking around with people, you just get used to it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That is hilarious.
That is great. I love that because I remember him saying sometime somewhere about, we almost got kicked out. And I'm like, oh, God. I can imagine because I pretty much do the same thing. It's just like, let's see what we can get away with.
Well, it was funny because I was watching the videos on YouTube of his one time. I don't know when, not important. I lose track of time. And it was the one where he took some high school students to a college campus.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that one?
I think I know which one. Is it that bench one?
Yes.
That's a great one. That's one of my favorites of his.
And he looked at the camera and he said, "We scared the nice lady."
No, that's just
I busted out laughing, and I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of weird stuff have you come across when you're doing your adventure?
Oh man, weird stuff.
Come on, there's always weird.
Oh, there's always weird things. I'm trying to think of, dead animals. I was running into dead animals for some reason.
Really? In Minnesota? Who would have thought?
Oh yeah. One time it was just a squirrel's tail. I don't know what happened to the squirrel.
Just the tail?
Just the tail.
It's a small tail, but that's all right.
Oh my God.
Believe it or not, I run into a lot of little homeless towns in the woods, which is sad, but you do. I was walking early in the morning. It wasn't quite light out yet, walking to a cache before I started filming, and I literally walked upon this homeless shelter, and it scared the crap out of me, and I think it scared the crap out of the gentleman or the lady that was inside, and I just walked away as fast as I could.
Well, yeah, wow. I bet.
That's sad.
It is. It's very sad, but it's...
Yeah, I mean, what is it about you that you come across those things, though?
It's as... I don't even know how to touch that. I'm leaving that one alone. Poor man. Come on. I've been out there. I know what this is like.
I only come across homeless people.
It happens.
Anyway.
It beats that than finding the other end of the squirrel. I'm just saying.
That's true.
So when you're the way that you're going right now, you've got a really nice following with your geocaching videos in that. Do you have any aspirations to other things that you want to get into?
Not really. That takes up a lot of my time.
You could do a podcast.
That's funny you say that.
Really?
Well, no, it's not. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. But Joshua and I always were toying with the idea. Then we realized that's a ton of work.
Yes.
I tip my hat off to you guys. I mean, Andy, you do 2 podcasts a week. That's unreal. Video is a lot easier than creating content, posting content, recording the show live, especially. So.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I've slowed down so much on the videos. It just takes so much time. You can't do everything, and you got to pick your battles. So right now, podcasting.
I'm glad I have that recorded.
Due to technical difficulties beyond our control. But yeah,
so, I'm happy to be guests on podcasts instead.
Yeah, it makes it a whole lot easier.
That is easier.
All righty. Well, we do have to move on to some other goodies and give some stuff away. Any final things? If people want to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
Well, best way to do it obviously is on YouTube, youtube.com/thegcdoc, and I'm on almost all social medias, and my username's always the GCDoc, so it's very easy to find me. But I'm pretty active on Instagram, Twitter, a little bit on Facebook, not so much on Google+, but I need to do that more. I know you guys are pretty active. And, that's about where you can find me.
That's awesome, and thank you so much, Justin, for being on the show, and for your little ones. We love seeing them in the videos. They're fantastic. I wouldn't change a thing.
Well, thank you.
Onto them with both hands, because someday down the road, it's like, Dad, I don't want to be the film man anymore.
I know.
19 going on 45.
Yes, so love it while you can, and use them while you can have them still climb trees. It's a good.
They are good tree climbers for sure, especially Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's something about their eyes being a whole lot better than yours or mine that makes it so much easier for geocaching.
Yes.
Awesome stuff. All right, sir. Well, you can definitely stick around if you'd like. We are going to kick on now into giving some stuff away.
Yeah, man.
All right. Thank you again, Justin. It was great having you. I hope to have you on real soon.
That'd be great, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
See you in a bit. Here we go.
Your support helps keep all of the GeoSnippits Reboot shows running along. Please consider making a PayPal donation through the link on our website to support our efforts and your ongoing entertainment. From all of us at GeoSnippits, we thank you.
Absolutely. And we'd also like to put in a plug in for all you fine folks out there that are part of our patron program. We've got a contest coming up. It's going to start right in June, the beginning of June for that. We're going to have a giveaway for our patrons. And you say, well, who's a patron? Well, our patrons are the fine folks that, they literally are a contributing member for the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. They literally donate some money so that we can actually keep the show going week after week, and literally help keep the lights on, because without you fine folks, we just couldn't do it. It's really something, and we are so very deeply appreciative of all that you do to help keep us going, and we love to do it. All you have to do is go to geosnippits.com, and on the right-hand side of the screen, click on the I Want to Be a Patron logo, and it will take you to our patron site where you can learn about all the different rewards. We have a Path Tag Award. We have a Hangout, which we are going to be planning for June. We've got so much other stuff stuff. We've got our pre-show podcast that comes out, and we might actually have something new coming out to add to the pot for you fine folks as well. Not only all those goodies, all those rewards, we are also going to be giving out for our special contest just for our patrons. So if you are considering to become a patron, if you get any value out of what craziness that we do each and every week to help you with geocaching and being entertained with all this, please consider becoming a patron, and literally for $1 a month. You can get all these rewards and so much more. And we will give more details about the contest in June coming up. Gee, that's only a couple weeks away. Holy cow, that is just going by so fast.
Yes, she'll be 19.
Don't get me started. All right, let's move on. All right. It is time for the GeoSnippits Geocaching Cache Stash. Let me explain what this is. We have some of the best companies in the geocaching world, and they want to tell you fine folks, our viewers and listeners, about the products and the services that they provide. To do that, they donate some of those products, and we actually turn them into prizes and give away to you each and every week. That's the GeoSnippits Geocaching Cache Stash. Last week was episode 111, and Miss Amy, why don't we talk about the prize that we have going away for that?
From coinsandpins.com, it is the 81 difficulty terrain geo achievements kit.
Oh man, this is a beauty too. This is a Coins and Pins has these geo achievement sets, and basically what it is it's a top quality geo coin and a pin that you get together in one full set. This one deals with the 81 grid for all the different types of geocaches that you can, or different difficulties and terrains for all the geocaches that you could find. There are 81 of them, and this is the Geo Achievement Kit for that. And what was the question?
The mountain bike.
Okay, mountain bike is an actual lackey. He is one of the guys that...
Is that supposed to be mountain bike?
Yes, that's his geocaching alias.
Why is there a 10 in the middle of it?
Because it was probably already taken for TIN, so you put Mount 10 bike. Don't you do license plates?
Yes.
That's what it is.
Okay. Version 1 geocoin number 2 was the first trackable geocoin released. What year was this first trackable geocoin released?
Right. And the answer
was September 30th, 2001.
Yep. It is literally the first trackable geocoin that was released. There were geocoins before that were Canadian, but these are the first trackables. Now, Miss Amy is actually flipping her magic geocoin, and the reason is because I have here a random number generator. It has a number between 1 and the total correct answers that we had received for episode 111. Miss Amy flipped her geocoin. Say, for example, the number that I picked off the random number generator was 4. It's not 4. If she picks heads, we will count down 4 from the top of the list. If she picks tails, we would go up 4 from the list, and that would give us who our winner is. It adds a little bit of randomness to whoever wins this. Miss Amy, are we going from the top of the list down or from the bottom of the list up?
Tails.
So we're actually going for, thank you. Wonderful. All right, hang on a sec. This may be a minute.
All right.
Let me get this real quick because
take your time. We're not on a time schedule or anything.
All right. All right. And I got to get back up here. All right. All right. And the winner is... All right, let me get this here, and I want to mark it. Sorry, it took a minute to go through here. Glenn Reiser. Yeah, I think he won something recently. That sounds vaguely familiar to me. Glenn Reiser, you are the winner for episode 111.
Move your finger.
Sorry? You got it right.
I like to put their geocaching name too.
Okay. So, yeah, thank you, Glenn. Congratulations. You won that very cool Geo Achievement set. And you do have your address here in South Carolina, and we will get that out to you as soon as possible. So congratulations to Glenn for winning that fantastic prize for episode 111. Now, you may be saying to yourself, wait a minute, I want to get into this cash stash thing. They give away cool stuff, and we got some really great stuff coming from you. The sponsors are coming in and dropping off a whole bunch of stuff. And we got a ton of really good goodies that you are going to really want. So you can't win it if you don't play. I'm just saying. To win, all you have to do to become eligible to win a prize from the Cash Stash is get in your correct answer. Say, for example, for tonight's show, it must be in by 12 noon Eastern Time, Wednesday, May 13th, 2015. You email your answers to gsreboot@gmail.com. That's gsreboot@gmail.com. In the subject line, put Q1 and episode 112 for today's episode. All correct answers will be put into a drawing just like you saw tonight. Some weeks for the people in the live chat room, we have a second prize. Sorry, folks, not tonight. We just gave away last week. But we do give away a live prize at least once a month, and we'll go from there. That's a lot of fun, and good luck to everybody for tonight's question, which is episode 112. And Amy, what is the prize for tonight?
For tonight, it is from coinsandpins.com, the Jasmer Geo Challenge coin set.
Oh, these are sweet. I just got this. This is the Geo Achievement set for the Jasmer Challenge. The coins are gorgeous. The pin is gorgeous. Thank you so much to Aaron from coinsandpins.com. This is a beautiful Geo Achievement set that you're going to want for your collection. And this is a prize.
It is a prize.
This is a prize. This is something I want to have in my collection.
It is
just
a prize.
Saying, but it's going to you fine folks.
Okay, so the question is, what attribute has a cow on it?
All right. What was that again?
You didn't hear me?
Try it again.
I read it correctly.
Yes, you did, but we liked reading it twice. Don't give me that.
What attribute has a cow on it?
All right. Set it in here. Sounds like constipation. Anyways.
Only when you do it.
Thank you. Yes, please. Send your answers in to gsreboot@gmail.com for episode 112, and we'll find out. And as we love to say, moving on.
You get gonged.
I probably did. All right. Thank you, folks, so much for stopping on by for the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. We hope you enjoyed having Justin, a.k.a. the GCDoc, and we had a great time coming on, and I hope we didn't scare him off too bad.
He laughed a few times.
He did laugh, so it was pretty good. I think he'll be back. Okay. He should be back.
I think he's okay.
And we will do that poll for if you think that
I don't think we scarred him too much.
You never know.
Yeah.
So we'll put the poll out about the Doctor Who geocache that he's putting out, and then should it go?
We've already had some answers.
And
in the chat
we'll
room.
find out what you find, folks. Take a look for it, and we will put it out so that you know where it's at in Google Plus to get your viewpoints on. Should this be?
I already have an opinion.
All right, we'll touch about that next week.
I know you're shocked.
I am shocked. We'll talk more about that. All right. Also, we ask you fine folks, if you would please consider becoming a patron and helping literally to keep the lights on. We greatly appreciate it. It is very nice to know that the show is self-sustaining and we're able to keep going because of our patrons, and it's the only reason because you fine folks are out there helping us out, and we greatly appreciate each and every week. So again, thank you for being a patron, and if you're considering it, please do click on one of those logos. Take the leap, and for literally as small as $1 a week, you can help us out. We greatly appreciate it. And also, please tell others about the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, especially a lot of the newer geocachers. They need that little extra bit of guidance and fun and entertainment, and quite frankly, it's fun to point and laugh at HeadHardHat. I'm just saying.
It really is.
So
I don't do it all week, and this is
This is her way of getting back to me. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So by all means, tell others about the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Let them in on this craziness too. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right, Miss Amy, close us out.
We want to thank our sponsors, cash-advance.com and coinsandpins.com. Want to thank Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and thanks to everyone watching in the chat room. Please keep those comments coming in, and we'll see y'all next time.
Absolutely. I want to say a special thank you, because I'll be sleeping on the couch if I don't, to wife Amy
No, we won't.
for all the wonderful things that you do, even if it is ribbing me through the entire show. Thank you, darling. We appreciate it. And I know you fine folks do too, because you let us know that you appreciate it. So that's always cool. All right, we got some upcoming shows coming for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be hectic. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a little crazy towards the end of the month, especially with Geo Woodstock. We are going to try to do a show that Thursday before Geo Woodstock, but that means we have to drive from where we are here in North Kakalaki to the hotel and get set up in time to do the show. I don't think it's a timing issue, as opposed to hoping that the Wi-Fi is good enough to do it and get it set up.
I don't know if we're going to be doing a show or not.
So we're going to try our best to do one and go that way. If not, we are going to send videos out through the GeoSnippits website to you, and we probably will anyways, for giving you some things, and also through my blog for stuff that's going on during Geo Woodstock. We're going to be there that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then come home Sunday. So that's how that goes. We'll keep you posted about how all that goes, but it's going to be hectic over the next couple of weeks, so bear with us. All right, folks, we will see you next week on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another spine-tingling event of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. And as we like to say in the GeoSnippets studios, see you out on the trails, folks. Bye-bye. Please be sure to join us each and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast, right here on the GeoSnippits website at www.geosnippits.com. The video version of our show is available on YouTube, and the audio version is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, the Tech Podcast Network, and many of your favorite podcatchers. We love hearing from our viewers and listeners, so please leave your feedback by emailing us at gsreboot@gmail.com. Visit us through our social media sites, or contact us via our voicemail line at 919-341-9519. Our website Send Voicemail tab is also very useful. GeoSnippits Reboot is a HeadHardHat production and is produced by Amy and Andy Smith. The show is copyright 2015 by Andrew T. Smith. All rights reserved. Woo! And clear. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for stopping on by. We hope that you had a great time, even though I fling my tongue through
something you've said 8 billion times.
And can do it by sleep. They probably have. All right. Have a great one, folks. Be safe. We've got a tropical depression about to become a tropical storm. It's going to rain.
Whatever.
All right. It's right off the coast. I'll try not to panic, and I'll try to keep Amy under control as well.
I'll sleep right through it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So have a great week, folks. We'll see you next week. Don't forget, this week is Mother's Day. Just saying. Don't forget. And we will go from there. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And, yeah, we will see you fine folks next week. Bye-bye.